Design against static load. Static load is defined as a force which is gradually applied to a mechanical component and which does not change its magnitude or direction with respect to time. Factor of safety. While designing a component, it is necessary to provide sufficient reserve strength in case of an accident. This is achieved by taking a suitable factor of safety. The factor of safety is defined as factor of safety is equal to failure stress by allowable stress. A factor of safety is equal to failure load by working load. Magnitude of factor of safety depends upon type of load, degree of accuracy in force analysis, material of component, reliability of component, service condition, etc. Cotter joint. A cotter joint is used to connect two coaxial rods which are subjected to either axial tensile force or axial compressive force. Application of cotter joint. Joint between the piston rod and the cross head of a steam engine. Joint between the slide spindle and the fork of the valve mechanism. Joint between the piston rod and the tail of or pump rod. Foundation bolt. Design of copper joint. Design of cutter joint parameters. P. Tensile force acting on rods. D. Diameter of each rod. D1 outside diameter of socket. D2 diameter of spigot or inside diameter of socket. D3 diameter of spigot collar. D4 diameter of socket collar. A. Distance from end of slot to the end of a spigot or rod B. B. Mean width of cutter. C. Axial distance from slot to end of socket collar. T. Thickness of cutter. L. Length of cutter. T1 thickness of spigot collar. Failure equation of cutter joint. Tensile failure of rods. Sigma T is equal to P by pi by 4 D square. Tensile failures of spigot. Sigma T is equal to P by pi by 4 D square D2 square minus D2T. Thickness of cutter is usually determined by T is equal to 0.31 D relation. Shear failure of cutter where tau permissible shear stress tau P by 2BT. Shear failure of spigot end tau P by 2A D2. Shear failure of socket end tau P divided by 2 D4 minus D2 whole into C. Crossing failure of spigot end sigma C is equal to P by T D2. Crossing failure of socket end sigma C is equal to P by D4 minus D2 all into 2T. Bending failure of cutter sigma B P by 2 D2 by 4 plus D1 minus D2 by 6 into V by 2 divided by B to the 3 by 12. Knuckle joint. Knuckle joint is used to connect two rods whose axes either coincide or intersect and lie in one plane. The knuckle joint is used to transmit axial tensile force. The construction of this joint permits limited angular movement between rods about the axis of the pin. Applications. Joints between the tie bar in roof trusses, joint between the links of a suspension bridge, joint in valve mechanism of a reciprocating engine, fulcrum for the levers, joints between the link of a bicycle chain. Stress analysis assumptions. The rods are subjected to axial tensile force. The effects of stress concentration due to holes is neglected. The force is uniformly distributed in various parts. Parameter D diameter of each rod, D1 enlarged diameter of each rod, D diameter of knuckle pin, D naught small d naught outside diameter of eye of fork, A thickness of each eye of fork, B diameter of eye end of rod B, D1 diameter of pin head, X distance of the center of fork radius R from the eye. Taylor equation for knuckle joint tensile failure of rod where sigma T permissible tensile stress sigma T P by pi by 4 d square. Shear failure of pin tau is equal to P by pi by 2 d square. Crossing failure of pin in I sigma C P by B into D. Crossing failure of pin in fork sigma C is equal to P by 2 AD. Bending failure of pin sigma B 32 divided by pi d cube into P by 2 into B by 4 plus A by 3. Tensile failure of I sigma T P by B in whole into D naught minus D. Shear failure of I tau B P divided by B whole D naught minus D. Tensile failure of fork sigma T P whole divided to a d naught minus d shear failure for tau p by 2 a d naught minus d. Standard proportions for dimension a and b are a is equal to 0.75 d and b is equal to 1.25 d. Soderberg design against fluctuating load. Soderberg and Goodman lines. When a component is subjected to fluctuating stresses, there is mean stress sigma m as well as stress amplitude sigma. It has been observed that the mean stress component has an effect on fatigue failure when it is present in combination with an alternating component. The fatigue diagram plots stress amplitude on the ordinate and mean stress on the abscissa. When the stress amplitude sigma is 0, the load is purely static and the criterion of failure is SUT or SYT. When the mean stress sigma m is 0, the stress is completely reversing and the criterion of failure is the endurance limit SE. To divide the safe region from unsafe region, different criteria are proposed. Gerber line. Gerber line, a parabolic curve joining AC on the ordinate to SUT on the abscissa. Soderberg line, a straight line joining SE on the ordinate to SYT on the abscissa. Goodman line, a straight line joining AC on the ordinate to SUT on the abscissa. The Goodman line is safer from design consideration because it is completely inside the Gerber parabola. The Soderberg line is even more conservative as it considers yielding by connecting SYT on both axes, limit on fast cycle of stress using the straight line form x by a plus y by b is equal to 1 equation of the Soderberg line. Sigma m by SYT plus sigma a by SE is equal to 1 equation of Goodman line. Sigma m by SUT plus sigma a by SE is equal to 1.